like that. Oh. Where'd it go? There it goes. I heard enough.
I'm an alchemist. There was some before me. There's gonna be some after me. Every time when you go into a new store, you get this feeling like it's in here. They can't say we didn't live.
Is this crazy or what?
Motherfuckers are getting drunk, having a blast at night. And at 6 a.m. when they're just getting to sleep, I'm on. It's the last wave. We're riding the last wave right now. Why do I want to drop to Germany? Because I did so many tours over the years where it was like trains, planes, trains, planes, airports. Wake up and, I used to not look at the itinerary before the trips. Just look at the payday and like the cities. That's how much I'm taking home. That's where we're going. Cool.
What a fucking mission that was, huh?
I just one time said, you know what? I wonder if I could just rent a car. I looked at the map. I'm like, man, from here to Germany, it's like 3 hours. That's like driving to San Diego. We were on that Autobahn. We were doing like a bucket some change. I floored it. I made the car do whatever it could do. How often are you going to get that opportunity? You're on the Autobahn. It says no speed limit. They can't say we didn't live. I'd already done Club Voodoo in Cologne a couple times, so it's always a challenge when you come back, to make it live again. I always like to scan the crowd, and I can always tell like where the live pocket is. Like this night, the live pocket was over to the right. Performing is like a ritual. It's like a direct connection with the crowd. I never used to understand how certain rock bands, like at the end of the set, the guitar player would just smash his guitar against the fucking amp. I kind of get it now. You want to take them on a ride, but leave them on a high note.
Different style.
Different.
Yeah, right? Different records hit too. You know what I mean? I had to skip through a bunch of shit because it wasn't hitting. I don't even know how long I did, to be honest. What you thought? Good enough?
That's good. So every set is different.
I know, that's why I always trip. It just, the crowds are different.
You're flying upstairs here?
What?
I heard you like a minute before on stage and you're sitting right now here. That was
Yes.
flying. That was dope.
It was really
You had a
good.
good time?
Every time, bro.
It was really.
I DJ like I'm the artist. I'm playing all my records anyways. Everything I'm playing, I produced. So I kind of DJ. That's why I run through joints and I try to like imagine I have everybody's attention the whole time. I don't DJ for a casual listener. Like, you might go to a show, you don't love the DJ, you're just at the party talking to chicks, and then you hear them throw on a record. Oh, I love this record. And you're in the middle of a conversation at the same time. I don't DJ for people like that. I don't. Like, if you're that type of person, you won't want to come to my place. everybody, because you're not gonna hear one of those familiar joints. This is for people that know my shit and they want to hear those joints. You know what I mean? So I play my own shit, and I'm expecting everybody that they're staying with me, like every step of the way. I don't feel like I'm losing. If I feel like I'm losing them, I switch the record. You know what I mean? Sometimes why I go a little fast. If you see me moving like from record to record, I'm trying to find my bag with the crowd. Okay, that worked before. Okay, this is cooling off. I don't like it to cool off too long, so I try to find something, you know. Like that's when you're in tester mode, when you're testing rockets. Send this one off, send that one off. As soon as you get a connect, go with that. It's crazy. I never knew I would come this far, man. Like, yo, you know, your idols, you know, like, it's crazy. They got me opening for Dr. Dre, man.
Doctor.
I mean, he's opening for me. Dr. Dre is supporting me. Whoever would have thought, man. It's like we gotta get inside this film.
My God. How are you, brother? Thanks for calling out and stuff and everything. Thank you.
Legend right here. It's a legend. Cypress Phil? I'm trying to think the first show that he popped up. He must have gone to some shows in the late 90s of Cypress Hill, like House of Pain. Just like probably when he was young, you know, when you're in your teens, like whatever music you listen to, you know, no music will ever hit you like that again. Like if you could think back what you were listening to when you were like 15 or whatever, it's still like the best music to you because it's like, life isn't certain yet. You're young and it's the soundtrack for the early days in your life. So your memories of it will always be like special. Makes it seem like, you know what I'm saying? I think he kind of went to a Cypress Hill show back in those days and just became a loyal Soul Assassin Cypress Hill member. And that included me, which is the Hooligans. So, you know, I've had a soldier in Germany. I feel like he would probably kill for me. I would never need him to. But I feel like he would go that distance, you know what I mean? Yeah, he's just a solid, genuine guy, man. And his name was Cypress Phillip. And Evidence one day came up with the genius idea of like, yo, you know what? Your name is Cypress Phil, not Cypress Phillip. We just shortened it, like, you know what I'm saying? Cypress Phil. That's better, right? And he comes through, and he's there all the time. First time I met him, he was outside with the Hooligans shirt. He had a Hooligan shirt. We never even made Hooligan shirts. Like he made his own Hooligan shirt.
Remember when you gave me that soundtrack back in the days? Solomon King? And had the white label of it. Like 3 years later, 4 years later, I see Supreme go like tell stories like, yo, I'm done with Alchemist. And this motherfucker just reaches down and pulls this shit from the dollar crate. And I'm like, oh.
New York. I was at a record store, and I was at the turntable listening to some joints. This one store everybody used to go to, A1. And then some dude just tapped me and was like, yo, and handed me a record. He's like, yo, you should listen to this. I think you'll probably like it. Or he's like, it sounds like your shit or something like that. I looked at the record, I was already at the turntable. I was like, good looking out, man. I threw that shit on, and it was fire, like a perfect beat. It was the joint I did from Prodigy called Serious. I looked back and it was like, yo, man, good looking out. Like, shit, yep, this is crazy, all right, thank you. And then I saw him after that at Fat Beats. He was DJing over there and he was working at Fat Beats. It's like, all right, we introduced and we became cool. He was living in New York, Seb. He's Swiss, you know what I mean? He's from Lausanne, Switzerland. He ain't no secret. Seb is the man. Seb is like one of the best producers that exists, period. Excluding nobody. Allegedly, keys were given to a place that does not exist, that we did not go to. That's basically what happened. So, it's all alleged. Everything is alleged.
Okay. Snickers, some
tuck. You know what I'm saying? Even wasabi, man. Even wasabi, man. And for dessert, a Kinder Surprise.
The record store is a secret. It actually doesn't even exist. It's, I don't even know what you're talking about, actually.
You said you and son. Like you guys are like the last one.
Not just us, but our type. I don't know too many young kids who are doing that. And they're still making kids every day, and the next ones are not going to do it either. It's just going to progressively get less and less.
Why do y'all do it?
Demented. It was sick. You know what I'm saying? I also listen to a snare for 3 hours when I'm programming it sometimes. It's going solo. Like I tell a regular person to just listen to a hi-hat going 3 hours. Like, you know, our minds are a little different, you know what I mean? But for me, the hidden aspect and like the quest to find it, I guess I could translate that to still finding it through digital ways, but to actually physically go out and travel to Earth and find shit is just dope. Yes, the fact that it's on this big piece of plastic that I would then have to fly thousands of miles, go drive 3 hours, go dig in the basement and get my pants dirty for 3 hours, go through 150 records to find 3 of them that I then fly home. Big piece of plastic, and then I end up taking a 10-second audio snippet from it to make a beat, and that's all I do with it. So from that perspective, I see what you're saying. Like, yo, right? But still, fuck that. I don't care. Like, and I'm not an old dog that way, because I like technology, I welcome all of it. But I know it's over, and I know the next generation on it, and that's why I'm enjoying it even more. It's like that last wave, you know, that wave that took over the whole city in that video that Action did. It's from that movie, Escape from New York, right? And it's like, imagine there's only one wave, you're a surfer out there, there's only one wave left. I'm like, I'm gonna ride that bitch all the way. It's the last wave. We're riding the last wave right now. Whoever's still doing it, you know what I mean? So that's just how I look at it. Like, yeah, I know it's over, but I'm gonna ride that bitch till it's whitewash. You know, when the wave's done and it's all just, I don't wanna be like a cobbler, like a shoemaker who still wants to build shoes with my hands. And they're like, yo, there's factories now, bro. Like, no, I'm a cobbler. I spent my whole life making a shoe with my hand. You know what I'm saying? I understand that formula. Like, I don't want to get stuck. I might fall asleep sooner just because I'm older. But that's why I get up early. These motherfuckers are getting drunk, having a blast at night. And at 6 a.m., when they're just getting to sleep, I'm on. Probably had 7 cups of coffee already, 3 or 4 spliffs. I'm out of here. Every time you walk into a record store, every time when you go into a new store, you get this feeling like it's in here. No, like the one. Like the one that you've been looking for your whole life. I don't know what it sounds like. Nobody knows what it sounds like. In your mind, you're always just like, I'm gonna find this sample one day and it's gonna be the fucking best. Like the one, like if you've been searching for gold or whatever, like the biggest piece, like, and all of us think that. Like every time you go to the store, you get this feeling. I used to buy baseball cards. I'm a gambler. So I like the feeling of like taking the chance to seeing what comes up, to hit the lick. Every time you go in the store, you get that feeling like, yo, this might be the place where I'm gonna find that record I've been looking for forever. Not an actual record, it's just, it never ends up being that. You know what I mean? It never happens that way, but you gotta hype. You gotta romanticize it. My point is, you don't ever want to find that record. Whatever that thing, proverbial record is that you're looking for, you never want to find it. You never will. This doesn't exist. But if you keep telling yourself that, when you get into the store, you get hyped, you're going to keep getting busy. They just keep moving the goalposts. You never want to find that shit. Imagine you find it, you're done. The quest is over. It's peace. You might as well just jump off a fucking bridge or whatever. You know what I mean? That's for me. I like, you know, like we hang the piece of meat in front of the dog, but we also move it ourselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, fuck it, I just keep moving. In my mind, it's there, but it doesn't exist.